Hey, welcome back, Astrodome. We're still reviewing some of these horrendous raids. We just got done with Taco. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's worth watching. We're going to jump right in. Bumblebee, raiding Neymar. Don't matter the names. It's a mirror match. Going to pause it as soon as we load in. Okay? As always, first thing you can notice, this replay is 1 minute 30 seconds long. You ran out of troops, which means you raided the wrong areas. Okay? Flat out. You attacked from probably the wrong side. You probably dropped some spells in the wrong places. Let's go over this army comp real quick. Everybody in Astrodome, you guys all know Bumble, right? First thing to know about Bumble, he is quite rushed. He's Town Hall 11, level 17 Queen. Okay? Nothing we can do about it now, right? It's not going to magically jump up. So what we can do is just help you understand what that means, per se. Okay? It means in order to kill an E-Drag in the clan castle, you need a poison. I don't see a poison here. You've also got 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, which means you're going with some sort of ground, but you don't have any other ground. You've got mostly air. I'm guessing that those are going to help tank for your heroes, your king and queen. I don't know. You've also got a maxed out clone spell. I don't know how you got max clone spells, but only a level 17 queen, gonna be honest. So, again, keeping in mind, level 5 warden, level 17 queen, level 9 king. We've got a slammer, probably mine. I'm just kidding. Probably not mine, actually. Level 6 dragons. I don't think you can get 7 until you're Town Hall 8. Town Hall 12 to get level 7 dragons. And then level 7 loons, Town Hall 11. Pretty basic, standard stuff. Got a max rage from his clan castle, because his are not. And then free spells. So, a thing to know, level 2 free spells, pretty garbage. I think at level 7, or whatever the max is, it's like a 5-second freeze. It's pretty good. But level 2 freeze, you're looking at 2.5 seconds or something. Okay, so let's see. Before I go into the actual raid, I'm going to point out some things, right? Mostly looking at air raid, because he's got 7 dragons. So we need to look at the position of the sweepers, right? Just a main little position of the sweepers. Got to look at the clan castle because we want to pull the clan castle. Very easy to pull the clan castle. Just 2 loons right in here. Anywhere in here. You don't want to put them over here because the sweeper's over here. 2 loons anywhere up here. That doesn't seem very hard to pull. Let's see what he actually does. And then Town Hall 11, one of the main focuses is killing this eagle. You can see the range of it covers the entire map, almost no matter where it's placed. So you want to make sure that you're doing what you can to kill it. Now it doesn't interact within this inner circle. It's very much like a mortar, where it's got this inner circle and the outer circle. It's just that outer circle you can hardly see ever. Okay, so this is something to target. He's got 1 multi-target Inferno, 1 single target Inferno. You've got heavily single target items, so I would recommend raiding this side and freezing that. I know that sounds strange. Normally people will say, raid away from it so that you don't have to deal with it. Well, that's not how you get 2 stars. You're going to get 2 stars by fucking this side up and going in. Sorry for the F-bomb. But you need to shred through this base and get in. It's just how you have to do it. Especially with this being up so high and this being down so low. You've got such a huge open window right through here to just gut the base, freeze the single target. I think, yeah, you can get this without even interacting with this sweeper. So all of those things in mind, let's see how you actually take this base down. You only get a 1 star, but it's a high percent 1 star. Keep in mind, 80% 1 star, still pretty good. Okay, so first thing, he doesn't pull the clan castle. He kind of does. I mean, he's going in for it. But he drops his P.E.K.K.A.s first. Bumble, what are you doing? You're not helping anything. If you want to make sure, if your goal is to make sure that those loons go in, drop a P.E.K.K.A. and bring more loons. All you need is like 2 loons. 2 extra loons. You already have 2. Just 2 extra loons, and that frees up 15 extra spaces for you to bring anything else. Probably more loons. But then you have some extra for whenever you're raiding. Okay. Let's see how he takes this out, right? Dropping some dragons already. He's not even worried about the clan castle. He drops these loons in, knowing it'll pull the clan castle. Why? Because you can see the range. I can't click on it yet. You can see the range comes up and around, okay? He knows that that's going to pull, but he starts his raid anyway. You're dropping this up here. Why are you raiding such a narrow window? Look at your window where you're raiding, alright? As soon as you get into here, you're going to be pushed around the base. You're not going to be able to kill these very easily until this is dead. You could have came in this way. You could have came in this way. But you chose to raid the single point that is going to cause them to circle the base and get punished in the process. Alright. You can see this guy's getting hit by the eagle. Okay. Warden's down. It's following this little bundle in. Alright. Keeping that in mind. He's also still got all of his spells up. Right. He hasn't dropped really anything except for some troops. The P.E.K.K.A. over here pulled out the last little bit of the clan castle. Right. It just walked right through that. Okay. Dropped his king up here. See how this goes. I'm actually going to slow this down because of how slow this raid is. I'm going to need to see exactly what happens. So I'm going to quickly drop it down to half speed. Okay. And we're just going to watch this. Okay. And you can see the eagle switch targets. He's also dropping a rage over here. He dropped a freeze on the E-Drag. He knows there's an E-Drag. He's aware. He is completely committed to the raid, knowing there's an E-Drag. If you had a poison, that E-Drag slows down by like 55%. It's big. Okay? Their movement speed, their attack speed, everything gets hit with a poison. You don't need this extra rage. If you need the extra rage, you don't need the clone. You could have brought your own poison and another rage. Or you could have requested a poison and a freeze. You can get max of those, both. Right? You don't need to be using your level 2. You can just use one level 7. Right? It's the same amount and it saves you space. This rage isn't much better than this rage. These are little details that you should be paying attention to and that will make or break these raids. Right? Keep in mind, you're getting punished. These dragons haven't set foot. You thought they would, but this rage is useless because they're getting punished outside of it. Okay? This loon's getting hit by this dragon, so your P.E.K.K.A. doesn't need to worry about it. Not that he's going to live long enough to worry about it. Also, these things are all getting punished pretty hard right now. You're in range of an air defense, you're in range of the queen, you're in range of an archer tower and a wizard tower. The Expo's firing away at the P.E.K.K.A. I believe. Now would be a pretty good time to just pop your warden. Now, I say it lightly. You see that this eagle is coming in. Save it for the eagle. Let's see what you even do with your warden. I don't know you even use it this raid. Oh, look at that, you actually timed it perfectly. The thing about having a level 5 Warden is that it's really tricky to time that, but you actually timed that pretty good. The only thing that I could say is that it would have been better earlier when things have more health, right? The problem with having a Warden at such a low level, you don't get that health regen. If you don't know that, the Warden does have healing. It has an aura. That big circle around it isn't just to tell you what troops are going to stop taking damage when you pop the ability. It's also what troops are being healed, right? So with having such a low Warden, it's very tricky to position him. But I'll tell you, oftentimes it's better to use this ability when troops are at higher health to keep them going, rather than as a failsafe. You don't want to use the Warden as a failsafe. You want to position and plan ahead so that you're negating a lot of the damage before it happens. That's the key word, before it happens. Okay? You negated a lot of the damage here, but your P.E.K.K.A.'s already dead. It just died. That P.E.K.K.A. was tanking for the king. The P.E.K.K.A. was tanking the archer towers somehow. I don't know how it was tanking the archer towers, just happened to be that perfect. But keep in mind as well, everything over here is still getting punished by this sweeper. You just froze the sweeper, which is a very bad idea, especially with a level 2 freeze, because of how hard it is to time. Okay, you can get it down to a science, sure. We can watch this replay and say, okay, it fires every 3 seconds. I don't know the exact time, making numbers up. And you can try to time that. But it's extremely hard and extremely pointless with a low level freeze like this, because as soon as it's unfrozen, it resets the timer and allows it to fire again. If your freeze isn't even holding it still for the distance of, for the distance, not for the duration of it, it's not going to be efficient. You're wasting that freeze there. 100% wasting it. That freeze would have been better down on this eagle to reset its targeting, because it takes like 4 seconds to target. Alright? So in your clan castle you had a bowler, a P.E.K.K.A., probably max P.E.K.K.A. I seem to donate you max P.E.K.K.A.s a lot. You dropped your clone spell up here on the 2 E-Drags, so you have 3 E-Drags total right now going, which is good. You just raged it up, but you dropped the rage a bit too late, and one of them died. Okay? Now, I remember this raid because you were complaining, messaged in Discord, by the way. If you haven't checked out our Discord, please do. Link is in our clan description. Back to it. Let's scroll in. Oop. Zoom in real quick. You got skeletons coming in at this P.E.K.K.A., right? That P.E.K.K.A. is going to get hit, and that P.E.K.K.A. getting hit pulls these dragons to say, screw the town hall, I'm going to fight these little things. Coming over here spawns more skeletons to just keep him here longer. And he's taking the eagle. So you didn't get the town hall by sheer luck, and honestly, probably because you dropped the rage a little bit too late. Gonna be honest there. You dropped it just a little bit too late. Your cloned E-Drag died too quickly, or your other E-Drag died too quickly, I don't know. Either way, they died because of this alone. Like, straight up. This thing absolutely shredded your face. Okay? And look what it's still doing. Look at the damage. It just immediately erases you once it starts charging up. These are maxed out for Town Hall 11. You need to take them seriously. They hurt. Especially when you're raiding with dragons and E-Dragons. Okay? They hurt. Coming into the end of the raid, we've still got a couple of dragons up. Still got his king up, he just used the ability card. Still got his queen up with the ability. Quite healthy too. She's taking a lot of damage. Pretty well timed. But I think she would have been fine there if you'd have waited until she killed that and then popped it over here. Killed that, and killed that with it. It's not going to make a difference. You still get 80%. I mean, you still don't get the 2-star, is what I meant to say. You get 80%, probably would have been 83%, but it would have been a 2-star had you dropped that rage just a hair early. We're going to speed this up through the replay. Going to quickly do it. Clan Castle, Troop, Frozen, E-Drags dropped, Clone dropped. We got those guys going in. Rage a little bit too late. Freeze would have saved you there. Had you not had a freeze for that, and had you not had a freeze for that, you'd have been just fine. You'd have had the 2-star. Nobody can complain about a 2-star. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for number 8, Attacker Bumble. I'll see you guys in the next one.